Hey guys, Coach Victor here from the Thai Boxing Institute of Mar Vista, California. And in this video, I am going to cover our TBI trip to Sitjaopho Muay Thai Camp. Coach Victor here from the Thai Boxing Institute of Mar Vista, California, on our way over to Thailand on China Airlines. It's probably the only opportunity I have to really vlog about the start of our trip. Why are we going? I don't know. But it's 14 of us. The rest of them dispersed throughout the airplane, but spending 2 weeks out in Hua Hin training at Sitjaopho. I don't know what I was thinking, but we'll see how it goes. You're gonna have to excuse me. I am using a bunch of my backup equipment, so hopefully everything sounds and looks okay. It's been about a week since we got back from Thailand, from LAX to Bangkok. From Bangkok straight to Hua Hin with a side stop to Lumpini Stadium for some equipment pickup at Twins. Coming in live from Bangkok. Finally made it. It wasn't too bad of a plane trip.
No.
Was it 14 hours?
Yeah.
To Taipei, and then like a 2-hour wait. 3.5 hour flight from Taiwan to Bangkok, and now heading to the Twin store to stock up on equipment, and then a 3-hour drive to Hua Hin.
And my skin looks amazing after all of that. Look at it.
Yeah.
How good I look.
We had a blast. It was just kind of like the anticipation and the anxiety of getting to a new place and unknowing of the following 2 weeks, right? So that was also exciting. I first went to Sitjaopho 3 years ago, December 2019, and it was my first time going to Thailand. What I took from that trip sort of just inspired me for the next couple of years. What I saw in Sitjaopho, what I saw in the trainers, what I saw in Crew F, and the people that tend to visit Sitjaopho totally inspired me. I credit a lot of my coaching from then till now due to that trip. Why did I plan this trip? I planned it, well, okay, a few reasons, right? First of all, any excuse to travel to Thailand or anywhere is a good excuse. I think it's really important to travel so that you just get a sense of other people's culture, way of life, how they do things, right? So, for example, with Muay Thai, everyone sort of trains Muay Thai differently around the world, right? Whether you're in the US, whether you're in Thailand or Abu Dhabi or whatever. The other reason why I planned this trip is to show people this side of the sport. It can be a bit intimidating to travel on your own, and it can also be a bit lonely as well, right? The last time I came out to Thailand, I was by myself, new part of the world. So me doing a sort of group retreat enables others to feel more comfortable, especially if it's me sort of planning everything and just telling them what they have to pay and where to be and when to be there, right? This allows me as a coach and as a gym owner to sort of propel the skill of our Muay Thai even further. For me, at least, is to constantly expand my skill set as a coach and still as a Muay Thai practitioner. For me, it was important to be a student, to always be a student. My skills, my knowledge as a coach stops when I stop becoming a student. So I have to be a student. I have to go to Thailand. I have to train. I have to experience what is happening with the sport. right? And that's also why this year Abu Dhabi, Birmingham, I need to know what's going on at the ground level of the sport, not the sport I learned 18 years ago as a business owner, right? To expose others to this side of the sport, the culture, Thailand, and for them to be trained by other high level coaches in order for them to propel their skills even further. It's one thing to train here, but it's also another to go out there and maybe being inspired. This this will hopefully keep them involved in sport for much longer than they possibly would have thought. And as reclusive sometimes can be, I still enjoy meeting people and networking and just kind of like to nerd out about the sport, about physical fitness and anything relating to it. Even entrepreneurship, right? You meet a ton of gym coaches, gym owners, Muay Thai fighters, and those that are just there to learn, right? You don't have to be a pro Muay Thai fighter. You don't have to be a pro Muay Thai coach. You can just go there to learn the sport. And that's kind of what we also did too. If you take into account the average skill level of the group that was with us, we had very high level practitioners, all the way to beginners that just took one class and decided to come with us. It really didn't matter. They were so accommodating and so sweet to us. The last thing I'm going to say is if you are in any degree serious about the sport and want to learn more, I highly recommend you go to Thailand and train at a camp. 2 weeks is good. Two weeks for me, at least, is like the amount of time I can take off from work. Take into consideration, it takes about a week for you to acclimate. And then the following week, we were just kind of feeling better and hitting our stride. And it was unfortunate that we had to leave. So if you have the time, if you have the availability, and you have the resources, I definitely recommend staying there for as long as you can. I can't change anything about my past. I wish I could tell myself in this position to go to Thailand. I had my priorities all mixed up. I was just, aside from training Muay Thai and competing when I was younger, I was just really into partying, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot, really. If you watch my fight camp video, I make a mention of investing in yourself. Same thing here. I didn't have anyone when I was younger to sort of drill these things into my head, right? For the amount of money that I spent buying weed, going out and partying and drinking and whatever, I could have easily have gone to Thailand. I think the most expensive part of the trip was definitely the flight. It was about $1,100. And then once we got there, like lodging for 2.5 weeks came out to about, I want to say $250. Renting a car for 2 weeks was about $200. And eating, my God, eating was relatively affordable. We were spending probably like $3 to $5 a day, right? Lunch and dinner. And that was us eating really well. So if you're pretty good at budgeting, you can definitely make this trip happen for far less. The training for 15 people, Crew F, gave us at about 4,500 baht. If you are interested in going to Sitjaopho, I definitely recommend getting in touch with Crew F, either on Facebook or on Instagram. Those that train at Sitjaopho usually stay at Mon Mai Resort. I'll put the links down in the description box below. We rented a car through Easy Car Rental Hua Hin. We had like a Nissan Frontier that sat 7 people, and we had 2 of them. It was myself driving around, and then G's another TBI member driving the second group around. Driving in Hua Hin, yeah, for sure. It was a bit intimidating at first, namely because everything is on the opposite side, right? So instead of the driver's side being on the left-hand side, you're on the right-hand side. And with that, turn signals on the right-hand side, and windshield wipers on the left-hand side, right? So there was a lot of times within like the first 2 days where the windshield wipers were going crazy. or we will find ourselves on the wrong side of the road. But after like the third day and trying really hard to be mindful and present with the driving, kind of got a sense of where everything was and how to get around. But overall, it wasn't that difficult. I found that the drivers in Hua Hin were very considerate, very safe. So if this is something that you're considering doing, I would say go for it. What was training like? Hello from Hua Hin. Big day today. This is our first training day, and after a good weekend of settling in and getting down here, let's come to this. A little apprehension showing up to Sitjaopho with now 15 people, seeing how it goes. You know, we spent the weekend checking out the city, eating, decompressing. There's long ways to get here, and we just kind of wanted to break in and feel like we're on a bit of a vacation rather than going into a 2-week training camp. But everyone's in good spirits. We're all very healthy. We've been enjoying the food, enjoying each other's company, and enjoying the city. It's beautiful. As you can see, slightly rainy, but it hasn't been this way all weekend. This is actually the first bit of rain during the day we've had. All the rain has been at night, and then just the weather's been beautiful. I can't believe it's this nice out, but we'll see how it goes. Guys, the training was really difficult, at least for me. I don't ever really train this hard to prepare. I was hitting pads, I was swimming, I was sparring, I was hitting the bag, and yet I just felt like I couldn't keep up. I thought it was also pretty cool for my members to see me train, work out, spar with the coaches, clinch with everyone, and struggle, right? I'm human. I would like to say that the trainers and crew F and everyone at Sitjaopho were just so hardworking. Their work ethic was insane. And throughout that whole time, they were so kind, so sweet, and so accommodating to us. I can imagine how sort of overwhelmed Crew F might have felt with 15 people there right off the bat. There was definitely anxiety beforehand. I let Crew F know that there was going to be 10 of us, and then by the end of the trip there was 15. But it wasn't an issue. It wasn't a problem. He was able to sort of accommodate all of us. And what had happened was we show up right for the first session in the morning, and they sort of get a general gauge of our skill level, and they just decided to sort of pile us up together and have us come in sometimes in the middle of the training or towards the end, right? So it seemed like for the amount of people there, for the amount of trainers, some people would come in staggered, right? Some people show up at 3, some people show up at 3:30, 4. On average, we would be the ones coming on at either 4:30 for the evening training, afternoon training, or at 9 for the morning training. So training typically starts 8 a.m. or 4 p.m., meaning that's when the training starts, right? So any sort of warm-up that is done will be done beforehand. So if you're showing up for the morning session, you probably show up like around 7:30, 7:45, skip rope, stretch, do whatever you need, and then at 8 the class starts, right? And then for the 4 p.m. session, we would be showing up 15 minutes, sometimes a half hour beforehand, warm up, and then from there they call you to hit pad. Let's break down what the training looked like. For the morning training, it was more of a class style, meaning you show up, warm up on your own, and then at 8 the class begins. Everyone gets put into like different lines, 4, 5, 6 lines, and then you do line drills, meaning you warm up with shadow boxing, you do some technique drills, and then you get assigned, right, a pad holder, and one of the trainers will hold pads for one person moving up and down a line, and then you go to the end of your line, and then the next person after that does the same sort of combination or style of pad holding, moving themselves up and down the line. After that, everyone sort of breaks up into groups with the trainers. The trainers put gear on, and then you do some sort of technique drilling, whether it's like checking, defense, counter, etc. And then towards the end, you start sparring with the trainers. Most of our sparring was done with the trainers. There were some times throughout the 2 weeks that we would mix it up with some of the other members that were training at the gym, right? Other people that came down to train at Sitjaopho. But on average, for the most part, most of our training and sparring was done with the coaches. And last time I went to Sitjaopho, I think I only got one sparring round with Crew F, whereas this time around we were able to get a lot of one-on-one time with Crew F and the trainers. So I'm super grateful for that opportunity. It's not often you get a chance to train with someone of that skill level, that caliber of Muay Thai. So for the evening training, that was, I think, the more difficult training, right? So you show up, you warm up on your own, and then the trainer calls you over, and you hit 3 rounds of Thai pads. I feel like they were 3 minutes. It could have been 4 minutes. I don't know. There's really not a timer going on. All I know is that shit was exhausting. So you do 3 rounds with the trainer. You gear up, you do some sparring with the trainers or with some of the other people that are training there at Sitjaopho. And then depending on the day, sometimes they do more clinching. So for example, like Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays felt like more of a clinching day versus just an actual sparring day. Both trainings, though, oftentimes would end with either like 200 knees on the bag, 100 push kicks. You would do like 200 sit-ups as a group. On the clinch days, we would do like isometric plank holds and then sets of 10 push-ups in between for 5 sets. And then that was it. The trainings were on average about an hour in the morning and then an hour and a half to 2 in the evening. 5 days a week, twice a day. And then Saturdays was only in the morning. Okay, day 2. And as you can see or hear, quite wet. It's been pouring all day. Going on. We just finished up our first training session of our second day. Managed to get through the first day. It was hard. The second session, at least. First session is great. And I think people thought that the second session was going to be like that, but second session is, I think, 4 times as more difficult. They were just so cool. All the training, all the sparring, there was never really a moment where things got out of hand and we felt safe. One of the major reasons why I also chose this gym is because it felt safe. As a responsible coach, I felt safe bringing a group of people there. A group of people of all different levels, a group of people of all different genders and, identifications. I felt like they would be okay there. I've been to camps. I've been to Muay Thai camps in Thailand, and I've been to Muay Thai camps around the world where it wasn't safe. And I personally would never bring anyone from Thai Boxing Institute or even recommend or refer them to some of those places. Shit. I've gone to places where they would try to fuck me up, right? And that's cool. I can handle myself. I can handle my defense. I'm pretty confident in that. But heaven forbid I send a member there and they get hurt. I felt like that wouldn't be the case at Sitjaopho. And why is that? It's just, this is the other side of going there too. It's just nerding out on like the entrepreneurial side of all of this. If you look at Sitjaopho, how well they market the gym, what Crew F does for that, like their branding. So all this stuff is just, I think, super cool, super unique, and just fun to nerd out on. And that in itself lends appeal to their gym. when you consider where it's at, Hua Hin is 3 hours south of Bangkok, right? So after flying fucking across the globe, you still have to land and go 3 hours south to a Muay Thai camp that is pretty small, right? This place ain't no Tiger Muay Thai or anything like that. This place seems like it's crew rep's house, the front yard, and there's a ring and a couple bags, and then everyone sort of trains. It's like a Muay Thai pilgrimage going there. The whole experience was great, was fun. It was awesome spending time with all the TBI members, and there was definitely apprehensions with that. With myself, right? I mentioned earlier I can be a bit of a recluse. So being around a bunch of different temperaments and attitudes and point of views was a bit trialing. But I think that is where growth lies, right? In being uncomfortable, getting to know people, getting to know their backgrounds. Hopefully those that were with me with the trip felt more bonded together. These are things that memories are made out of. And for sure, we're all going to remember this, right? This is a pretty fucking epic trip. What was Hua Hin like? Hua Hin is fucking badass. When we got to Bangkok, Bangkok was nuts, like fucking nuts. It's just so busy, so overwhelming, so hot. Hua Hin, opposite of that. Quiet. It always felt comfortable. Food was good. Food was affordable. We didn't get to see a whole lot of sightseeing. We saw the shrine in the cave. That was pretty fucking cool. The hike to that was pretty hard too. We took it on our day off, and it definitely didn't feel like a day off after that hike. Everyone was super cool, very friendly. Recommendations would be to learn the numbering. Shit. It's Nu Song Sam. Fuck, what's 4? I don't know, man. 5 is Ha. So when ordering, it's like Nung Song Sam. He? Ha? Is it he? I don't know. I'm so bad. The denominations, right? The bots usually is 100, was it 200, 500, and 1,000? I didn't learn that. I don't know. I'm an asshole, I guess. I should next time, next year's trip, you'll see. Would I do this again? Yeah, I would. I was thinking of maybe trying Phuket. I hear a lot of great things about how beautiful Phuket is. Not too into the resort type gyms, and nothing wrong with that. If you want that experience, it's fine. Especially if you're going to Phuket, you want to kind of sightsee. Maybe you don't want such an intense training experience. But to each their own. I think the more ideal way of approaching this is, instead of doing it in such a big group, especially if we're going to Sitjaopho again, would be to like do 6 people at a time and stagger it, right? So it'd be like first 2 weeks, one group of 6 people, and then the following 2 weeks, the next group of 6 people, and etc. Lastly, I think it's just so important for myself and for everyone to go down there, even to, I guess, Bangkok, find a good gym, and immerse yourself. I taught now 15 people how to get to Thailand, how to get to Hua Hin, how to get to Sitjaopho. We met everyone. They know how much it costs. They have an idea of the logistics. Now, if they want to go out back there on their own, they have an idea on how to do it. They now have the knowledge to be able to replicate this trip. Maybe to Sitjaopho, maybe elsewhere. Right? So now that experience isn't going to be so novel, but it's also not going to be so daunting. That's why this trip was important, right? Whether the group wants to go back, half of the group, a quarter of the group, whether they want to take new people, maybe new people want to go. Like, hey, Coach Vic, can you come with us? Maybe, sure. Let's plan it out. And with that is the trip. Just entirely grateful to all the TBI members that believed in this and wanting to go. And got along. Like we had a blast. We got to break bread together. We got to hang out together. We got to experience like euphoria, dysphoria, drama, action. This trip had it all. We got to see Muay Thai at Roger Dermont Stadium. We got spiritual Sakyant tattoos together. We got to travel together. Like a bunch of people that just hang out 2 hours a day, maybe 5 days a week. We spent 2.5 weeks basically together the whole time. And everyone got along beautifully. We all have a very deep sense of admiration for each other now. I hope. I know I do. It was great, guys. Thank you guys so much for all your help with the logistics of the trip before, during, for all the help with the transportation, helping me get around Hua Hin. I had a blast with everyone. Thank you to Crew F, Sitjaopho, all the trainers there for being so kind, sweet, accommodating, and down to earth. Really appreciate everything you guys did for us. Thank you to all the coaches and TBI members for looking after the gym while we were away. And that is it. If you guys want to help out our channel, you can do a few things. If you like what you watch, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you've ever been to Sitjaopho. If you're planning to go to Sitjaopho, hit me up. If you have any questions about any of this, how to plan a trip for yourself, for your gym, I'll let you know how I did it and what to expect and what sort of how to navigate it. If you feel so inclined to support us further, you can add us on Instagram at the Thai Boxing Institute. Or if you want to buy merch to support us, myself, the gym, or even the competition team, go to tbimerch.com. And the last thing I want to say is thank you to our wonderful sponsors for supporting everything we do here. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate your attention. Till next time. Take care. Bye.